What up? What up? Welcome to 420 TV. So I'm having issues here. I did get, a couple of watermelon sprouts. This is all potatoes that I planted in the winter. But none of my seed sprouts are coming up, and it's pissing me off. Yeah, I'm not really sure why, but they did not like it. So I've been taking the ones out, of course, that sprout and putting them someplace. But I did this whole batch. I got spinach, onions, peppers, melons, and I'm gonna say like a 95% or more failure here. Nothing happened. So I don't know if it was the soil mix that I use. So I went and got some, instead of doing things ghetto like I usually do, I went and got some starter mix, right, for the seeds. Same result. I don't know. Is there something in the water? Or maybe that's jacking it up this year. I don't know. However, as you can see over here, there's stuff just popping up everywhere that I planted last year. Or not, yeah, last year in the winter. So like here's more potatoes. I think that's some barrage back there, right there. And then I got all these nice walk-in onions popping up. Spring onions hidden everywhere. Got some good spinach going on. This actually has survived since I planted it in the spring of last year. And this is another one of the original plants. And I got this big old cilantro plant we've been eating off of. And I really don't know what kind of onions these are. I took onions off the table and planted them out here. So that's what some of that is. But you can see all these potatoes popping up. And it appears something's eating on them. See right there? I don't know what that is. So, is that mold on it? What's going on? I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to keep an eye on that. But yeah, nothing's sprouting and it's pissing me off. And these right here, if you can see this green growth right here on all of these are romaine lettuces that we ate a couple weeks ago, and I just buried them back in there. And they start growing again, as long as they don't get too baked by the sun. There's a sprout over there, something. But what's really trippy is this over here. I got all of these sprouts, which I'm pretty sure are tomato sprouts. And the funny thing is that it's from like 5 inches down there. Where the old tomato plants dropped some of the little ones, and it's growing, and my lime tree survived the winter just barely, but it is coming back to life. Yeah, so there's all kinds of sprouts here, but unfortunately it's nothing that I planted, so I'm gonna have to keep taking these tomatoes out of here and then moving them around in different places. It's kind of similar to what happened last year, and I ended up with a tomato forest. However, I put a lot of other like chili peppers in here, and it seems like nothing from this year is growing. Oh, we got tomato plants even coming in from the cracks back there. I'm pretty sure these are tomato. It's just left over from last year. So nothing new, but I am about to put a bunch of bok choy. Oh, there's even a barrage starting to come out that's not even in it. Anyway, so this is a bunch of bok choy seeds that I had last year, that off of one plant that survived, and we ate off that plant like 4 times. And this is pretty easy, so we saved all these little like seed pod bean things or whatever. So I'm just gonna crunch all these up like this. Check this out. This is really easy to get all of your seeds out of there, because they're really heavy seeds. For how little they are. So you just get all of that, bust that up, and then check it out. See that? Now we got all the seeds, and we're gonna go plant these somewhere else. So this is all experimental farming. Got some garlic here, down here. It's not doing so well. However, these walking onions are doing quite well. So this is a whole colony of this. That's really weird. I don't know what that's about. But anyway. Yeah, so all of this is like a colony that I started from one walking onion. And I showed you the other one. So I have colonies everywhere. But since I'm experimental, we're just going to get some of this stuff here. And we're going to put it in here with all these bugs and stuff. And maybe some of this bok choy will take hold. Because the only one I had last year actually was accidental. So the one we ate off of last year was totally accidental. So what I did is I went down here where all the rainwater goes. And we're just going to put bok choy right in it. So. And maybe, since it already liked it here, more will grow. Or at least that's the hope. So we're gonna throw a couple there, a couple there. Maybe a couple will grow. That ought to be cool. So we're trying to make this like food that I don't have to pay attention to. And there appears to be a little tomato plant there, and a watermelon there. And there's a lot of water that comes off the house out of this drain, just right here. So, you know, hopefully some of these will take root. I haven't been doing too good with the seeds this year, but we'll see. And I planted more of that down here. So I'm kind of converting what used to be like the hollyhock area, because obviously it likes the free water that it gets. And since it's warm now, I don't think I'm gonna have another problem with stuff not growing over here. And I don't even know how you're supposed to plant bok choy, but judging by the plant, it'll do fine wherever it starts growing. Get some big edible leafy plants out of it that you don't really have to water that much. And you can come out multiple times and eat it. Over here we got all kinds of stuff growing. I don't know what some of it is, so we'll probably have to pull a bunch of it out. Like this is a little mesquite tree here, hollyhock there. I want to get that out of. I got a bunch of garlic growing in here, leftover soil from last year, and it's been building year by year, so you don't have to buy soil. But the first time, that's an old cantaloupe husk, and I just keep throwing stuff like that in here. Here's an old onion, it's rotten in there, and it might start growing too, you never know. But yeah, some of this is food that's starting to pop up in here, radishes and whatnot from last year. That's cool.
Put your Somebody fucking take a picture and a video of him.
What's up?
That way, puto.
This is my neighbor Geraldo. He's a Mexican pirate.
Hey.
I'm just joking. No, if you had some Captain Morgan though, like that drink, and you put an eye patch, walk down the street like that. I'm just joking. Wow, what's up? You want to peck it? Don't peck my fingers though.
No, he don't.
No? Can I touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
oh, you're nice.
He don't.
You're a nice
baby.
one.
He's a good baby.
Hey, Lawson. Oh, you can see him.
Yeah, he's left.
So check it out. It's 420 TV. And here's one of my little desert dirt garden experiments. Anyway, you can see there's some squashes, all kinds of flowers coming up over here. Pretty cool. I've used this 3 times in a row, so it's starting to build up a little soil mix in there from year to year from the crap just growing. But anyway, look at, oh, I got a grasshopper right up on the camera. Look at this guy. He left. Anyway, see my nice little fence that I made? We're going to put some flower boxes right in front of it. And this was all out of the junk wood that I showed you guys in my yard. We're building stuff with the junk wood, but look at these guys. I mean, wow, even taller than last year. With all of these different shades. Really beautiful stuff there. Look at that guy. Anyway, let's go check out the gardening. Because we're doing a little bit every day. You see, we got to build this porch. We're just about to start on that so we can finally get all this junk out of the way. And here's all the seeds, things that still failed. Nothing ever came out of those, even though I showed you the other ones. But what is cool is if you look right here, all through here, I have broccoli, bok choy, garlic. Remember I showed you guys that we were just digging a little trench of soil? So, oh yeah, there's somehow a carrot got in there, I think. Anyway. So yeah, and then plus all the cool hollyhocks, of course, on top. And yeah, there's all kinds of food growing in there, just mixed in there. And then we got some new squashes that just popped out. And over here, I think Diamond told me that that's the purple mountain spinach, the only one out of hundreds of seeds I threw around here that actually grew. So next time we try it, we're going to do it in pots to try to baby it. We got some radishes going to come up over here. But this is what's really cool, is I'm doing, this is my first bucket of the Three Sisters, and you can see the corn, this badass painted corn is coming up pretty good right there. A little squash hole that's going to be, and we got all kinds of honeydew, garlic, and that must be right there where a patch of, or a tomato fell. But that's just a patch of tomato plants growing right there. And there's actually a couple in there that just are volunteer tomatoes. There's one right there. Hiding. If it'll clear up there. Huh. Well, I've been having problems with the focus on this thing lately, but anyway, you see it there. And we got more melons growing up. This is an experiment too. I want to see if I could do a whole bucket system like this of growing stuff. And we got some more stuff growing over here. Another vine, some good melons, and some more corn right there, hiding in the shadows. Well, let's go check it out, because I'm about to harvest some onions. And there's a big, nice tomato plant doing good already. Pretty cool. And of course the wind started. Let's go check on my chili plants. Oh yeah, they're looking good. One of them died this morning. It was too hot and it dried up to a crisp. But if you can see, I got 2 babies back there. Kind of put it in the shade. Whenever they get bigger, we'll take that thing off of there. It looks kind of weird. But check this out, a transplanted weeping willow tree in the desert soil. I just put it right in there, dug a hole put the limbs in a bucket for about a week and then put them in there, and they're growing good. And then what do we got over here? This cool box. You see we put the shade on it, and we're gonna have a bunch of lettuce, different lettuces growing in each one of these, but also I put some cucumbers in there just to pop out, which is pretty cool. And over here hopefully we'll be getting some cauliflower in this thing, and we are going to turn this bed into a giant flower bed, or food bed actually. And as you can see, we have quite a bit more lumber to do some projects with. Got some all kinds of material now that we're just starting to do stuff with. And basically it'll all be revolving around food. Look at all these healthy melons. So if you remember last year, I had a giant tomato forest right here. And as you can see, there's a bunch of, over here, the same age as the ones I just showed you, those little ones, same age, volunteer tomatoes growing up all over here. So they're already making their own tomato forest without me doing anything, just from having it last year. Nice onion there. And you can see there's some watermelon, and another watermelon, and a bunch of honeydew that popped up. So that is awesome. And if you remember, we put a bunch of, see, this one's not looking too good right here. That's the newest one I put there. And here's a bunch of walking onions re-sprouting that we just ate those a couple nights ago. But this is what's really cool. Check this out. You guys remember this? I planted it from the table. Just a little piece of romaine lettuce, and look at how big that's gotten. Yeah, that's nice. We're probably going to eat this tonight. And then back in here's another one. That's the other one from the dinner we planted right here. So this was already bought. We paid for this and we ate it, and now it's going to feed us again. And there's another one back there with a bunch more little volunteer tomato plants in there. You can see behind it there, the little ones there. That's volunteer stuff. There's another vine growing out. And the rest of this is all potatoes that we put in here in the winter. And table scrap onions, which is why we're here. So that's why I got this bowl and this knife here. So what we're going to do is go over here and find out if they're ready. So this is what you're looking for right here. Oh, sorry. Alright, so before my battery went dead yesterday, I was explaining that all our onions are ready for seeding. So we're going to show you how to seed them. So we got a little knife and a bowl. And what you're looking for is, see if I can find it here. You get one of these right here. Actually, I can see one right there about to blow up. So we'll get this one. So this is what you're looking for right here, black seeds. So when they turn black, just like that, they're ready. You can get your seeds. You can see right there, that black one right there. Anyway, that means it's ready, and we're gonna chop all this up right here, so. Ding, 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 ding. So all you gotta do is you come up here like this and just cut the thing off. If I use the sharp side, there we go. And just cut it right off like that, and then save it right here, and it'll dry and drop all your seeds in there for you. So these are all ready, so we're gonna pull them up and see what we got too. And these are all different colors, and they all came from the grocery store. And I replanted them when we were done eating them so that we could have different kinds of stuff. So this is red, yellow, and white. And they might have hybridized, I don't know, the seeds, so no telling what we'll get. And yeah, here's the rest of my garden. Like I was telling you, we got some lettuce, and I think I told you last time, I didn't plant any of this in the spring. This was all planted in like February, so it's all a winter thing. And I was putting little plastic buckets over everything so that it could get bigger. And now we got a forest. So most of this is all potatoes and onions and lettuce from the winter. But some of this I did plant, like these melons that are growing in here all over the place, and this squash that's all ready blooming and making squash. Look at that. So yeah, there's some little squashes right there. Alright, so we got a nice big bowl of all the flowers. We chopped them off of there. Now let's see what's underneath. What did we get from table scraps? Well, we're going to find out right here with this one. Right here. Nice big red onion. Not that big. The last one I pulled was bigger, but I believe all the green stuff is edible too. And yeah, we got a couple more back in here, but I don't want to pull up the cilantro plant, just the onions. So we pulled all the onions up, and this is what we get. Now remember, these were table scraps, so the bulbs didn't get big, and I didn't know that you were supposed to cut the flowers off, but we wanted seeds anyway. But look at all this food that we got anyway, plus all the seeds. So that's sweet. Now we're gonna plant a bunch more, now that we got the seeds. I think we're having salad tonight. Yeah.